All right, traders, finally got some live trades for you, 3 in total. So let's get to it. Watching AMD here. Yeah, we're going to start it here. Feels pretty toppy. It tried to go high of day 2 or 3 times there after it kind of set the high. Doesn't want to necessarily get there. So we'll start it there, see what happens. Looking for that 83 area as a retest. So we got our order sitting here at 84.4 if it wants to give us that pop. Didn't really get any break in the action here. See if it wants to go through. Debating on getting in under 84 here. Oh, looks like it's going to try. Oh, right through. Okay, got our fill there. It's going to bring our average up to 83.77. So we'll put our cover back in there. That brings it up to 83.53, which actually that's pretty good. Well above VWAP. And so we're going to put the stop max in there. It's actually already kind of close. Don't like to see that, but we did kind of start AMD a little early. Snap, I actually like this. We're gonna kind of chase this one a little bit. We got a good risk off right there above those after hour and pre-market highs. AMD, our stops at 84.78. So if it wants to go up and through 50, the odds are it might squeeze up there and tag us. So with Snap, we're gonna go ahead and yeah, we're going to go ahead and get an ad here. It's going to bring our average up a little bit, 43.75, but we still got that same risk off, so we'll go ahead and cancel that, and we'll put it back in here right at high of day, 44.26. Just risking off those after hour and pre-market highs. AMD finally attempting to work here. Debating on trying to get a backside ad here. Kind of keeps moving without me. Just like that. I was looking for the ad up closer to 84.20 if we got it, but it just kind of dumped. So it's coming down. Don't have the best average here, 83.77. If it can dump right to this 83.74, I'm more than happy to get out of this break even. This is a pretty quick move. If it wants to stall a little bit above it, we'll probably look to take half here. It'll be at a loss, but I'd rather take some at a loss and see if we can get some continuation. There we go, 83. I'm going to take it there. It just feels like it does not want to go any further here. You could feel the price action. It kind of dumped down, but that was a pretty quick move, but it doesn't feel at all. This price action does not feel like it wants to come any lower. We'll put the rest at stop. We'll put the rest at high of day for the stop. Not really looking for it to get there at this point, but as you can see, we did take some off there at a loss. Really not too much else going on at the moment. See if we can get that continuation down through VWAP. All right, so we're coming back up on AMD and try to feel the top a little bit here for some sloppy seconds. Try to risk as close to high of day here as possible. Get those shares back, bring our average up. Feels pretty toppy here. There's shot down on us a little bit. Struggling here. Yeah, we're going to get the ad there. Was seeing if it wanted to go back through 30. That was kind of the top of that little push. It seems to be struggling. Didn't want to really get back up there. So we'll see if this wants to come back down towards 84. Go ahead and put the majority. Oh, and of course, there it goes. It finally pushed through. We got our stop in just in case. Right through high of day. So that put our average right at 84 basically. So we'll be looking for the dump through 84 to make this trade worth it. Sloppy seconds though, usually you'll get back under that previous low that it set. Snap coming down to our take profit here, 43.20. 23. There it is. All right, so we got the fill there on Snap. That was a nice little trade. Here we go on AMD coming back down, 84. See if we can get through 84. There we go, we're through. It's a pretty quick move. Might actually end up taking some off here. See what it wants to do. It bounced right back up. Just putting the order out there just in case to get out of this thing. Well, that was actually for 75%. Or 50%, sorry. I thought I was putting 30 in there. Unfortunately, it's bouncing right back up. Got bought up through 84. Really didn't give us an opportunity to get out. Break even there. We were looking for a little bit closer to VWAP on that move. We're actually looking for much more out of that move. There we go, testing it again, 84. Bought right back up, man. Look at this thing squeeze right back up. Oh, man. What is going on? This thing wanted to say, you almost got out, and now we're going to go stop you out. Look at this thing go. That candle does not look good. It doesn't look any better than the last candle that we took some shares off on. Hopefully we can finish back down towards 84 here. Nope, started the new candle. That does not look good for us. Let's see if it wants to hold this 30 area. Right through. This isn't good. This is probably going to squeeze right through high of day. That's why we got our stop there, but unfortunately it looks like it might just do just that. See if it even attempts to stop at 50. Nope, nope. Okay. All right, well, we're out. All right, traders, that was my trades on Snap and AMD. Frog, we'll go over that one first. It was such a slower trade. The volume wasn't really there. So we'll kind of go over it real quick. But it looks no different than what you would see me typically play. Got some pretty key previous resistance areas on the way up. Pretty solid move, even from the beginning here. But it didn't pop up on the scanners until this move here. You can see why. Look at this candle. And we ended up starting our position right around 93. It tried to go higher. It started to consolidate, tried to go higher again, and didn't. So actually, as this candle was coming back down, we hit an add, and it was a little bit of a fake out. We had our stop at high of day, which was at 95.20. But as you can see on this candle, it actually only got up to 95.17 and ultimately ended up dropping. Took most of our shares off here. I want to say it was, 70% of our shares. And then we took the remaining closer down to this previous resistance. And it bounced right off of it, as you can see, and did go a little bit higher, but it ultimately did end up going down. The SPY didn't really help anything today. AMD, this was our first trade. This one was pretty annoying, to say the least. Got our first entry here. We were clearly early. It took off right afterwards. Got a second ad. Really didn't feel that confident because we know just from watching AMD in the past, this thing could just go straight up, and it has in the past. And we were looking to get our final ad as close as possible to our max stop loss, which was actually at 84, I think 78. And at the time, we just had the stop in there. It poked through 50. I was kind of hoping to get any kind of an ad that it would go up to like 60, like 60, 65, and then get rejected, because then we could get an ad and still risk off high of day without actually having to stop out before that based off of our max loss getting triggered by DOS itself. So that didn't play out. It went through 50, got rejected right away, so we didn't really get an add. I could have added on the backside here, looking for it on the way back down, but it kind of happened pretty quickly, and we didn't get that. We would have kind of had to chase that down, but in hindsight, obviously that would have been the best move. So when it came down, we actually took 50% of our shares off at a loss because we kind of felt this being a possible bounce spot. We had VWAP right there. The moving average was there as well. It was a pretty quick drop. And as you can see, we were right. We read the price action right. Came back up. It made the high of this candle. Actually, when I watched it back, it wasn't the high of the candle I thought it was. It tried 30, 84.30. I want to say like 32, 33. And then as it was coming back down from there, that was when we got in at 84.21. So we did get in as we had thought. We confirmed the top of the sloppy seconds. But right after we got in, it actually shot up to the high of this candle, which was 40, 41 basically. And then it ultimately ended up coming back down. And we thought we were in a good sloppy seconds entry there. We were looking for this to come back down. I believe we put an order out there at like 83, 88 to take off most of our shares again. But ultimately, we were looking for this to turn over and do exactly what it's doing now, just on this move. But unfortunately, it got bought right back up and squeezed right through high of day and stopped us out. So that was a little unfortunate because this one trade here was the difference between us making our quota today and breaking even. So that was a little unfortunate that this is the way it played out. But I absolutely love how we played the trade, especially after we realized that we were early. We recognized that it gave us an opportunity to get most of our shares out break even. Could we have taken the whole trade there? Of course. But we were still hoping that this was still an extended move. It really wasn't quite 50% of the move either. We were still hoping for this to roll over, kind of like it's doing now, and have some shares left to, make some profit on. That was the whole reason we added here on sloppy seconds, because we had every intention of stopping out at high of day regardless at this point. So if we would have added our shares and then it just kept squeezing right to high of day, we still would have stopped out. And it is what it is, right? It's just a trade that didn't work out. But if it did, we actually would have been over our quota for the day, which would have been pretty nice if you include the other two trades. And then Snap, this was more of a hangover play. As you can see, the big day on Friday, and then it started to kind of hang over into the open. And a lot of these, you'll typically see some pretty decent pops at the open and then the fade, right? And that's exactly what this thing did. We actually scaled into it almost perfectly, risking right off of those highs from the after hours on Friday and pre-market today. And we just, I don't know, I guess we got a little, we had some decent size, for what we were looking to get. And when it came back down and tested that pretty key level from Friday, as you can see, it was tested multiple times. We pretty much figured it was going to be used as support. As you can see, it was used in the pre-market here when the day first opened. And it kind of was, not really. It actually went right through it and then bounced back up and then just straight up faded the rest of the day. So a little unfortunate we didn't scale out of this one because it really gave us no reason to get out of any of these shares until around this area. So probably as it broke this high, maybe could have exited. It would have been a top tick, but it would have been a lot more than what we ended up getting. So a little frustrating there on Snap. Could have probably made a little bit more out of that one. And so not a bad day, even though it was break even. I felt like I traded really well. Just unfortunate that the AMD trade didn't work out. And that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget we got the Discord link below. We actually had some new faces show up today, so that's always nice. If you want to listen to us on the mic every morning, that's always a good thing. And if you have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.